Hello guys, and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. We have a big announcement. I am starting a brand new tournament. So, as you all know, I have a tournament going on right now, which is the Battle Minigame Championship Season 2, and I've also got the building contests which regularly happen. But today I am announcing something completely new, and I'm so excited to talk about this. So, you're all probably wondering what this new tournament is, because the title of the video is just new tournament information. Well, this new tournament is going to be called the Game Showdown. So, well, first of all, I just want to say it's a little bit of play on words. So, there's basically the Game Showdown will have 5 games in it, but each of the games are based on real life game shows that you see on TV. So that's why it's called Game Showdown. So I wanted to do like game show and then showdown. So Game Showdown. I'm not funny anyway. Anyway, so that's why it's called that. So yeah, so there's 5 games in the tournament. And then not everybody will play every game, but some people will play some games, some people will play others. But I'll talk about that part later. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, new tournament is the Game Showdown, and in this video, I will be talking about each game, how each game works, how the whole tournament is going to work, who the people in the tournament are so far, like who are confirmed, because some people said they'd be in it, some people aren't yet. So yeah, so let's not waste any more time. And let's talk about the very first game of the Game Showdown, which is Deal or No Deal. So Deal or No Deal is the first game that will be in the Game Showdown. Well, it's not. There's no specific order of the games, but this is just the first one I'm talking about. So, Deal or No Deal is if you haven't seen the game shows of these, then it's good to like listen, because this is because I'll be explaining how each game show works, obviously. So yeah, this is how Deal or No Deal works. So it's a completely luck-based game, really, but it's also a bit of how much you want to take risks and stuff. So yeah. Basically, there are. Oh yeah, I forgot to say about the Game Showdown. So, people will be in different games. Not every person will be in every game, but some people will be in a few. Some people will be in other ones and stuff like that. And it's going to be like BMGC Blitz, where the points you get from each game for each person, each person's points from each game that they get will be added up to like a final count for them of points, and then whoever gets the most points at the end of all the game shows wins the tournament. So that's how the Game Showdown will work. So yeah, and obviously in each game there are points. So this is how the point system works for Deal or No Deal. So basically, there are 22 like boxes basically, and behind each box is a point value ranging from a point value of 1 all the way to 250,000 points. So basically, the higher the better, obviously. So basically, you have 22 boxes. At the very start of the game, you choose one box to keep until the very end of the game with that point value inside. But you don't know what point values are in what boxes, even the one you choose at the start. Anyway, so then what you do is you choose some boxes to take away, and it's preferable to choose the lower point boxes, because if you choose the higher ones, it means that it will lower your your average point deal that you'll get. So that's a bit weird at first when I'm explaining it like that, but let me explain. So basically, every round
you choose a certain amount of boxes, and the amount of boxes you choose lowers every time. So first you will choose 5. No, wait, is it 6 or 5? First you either choose 6 or 5, then you choose the lower, and then you choose a lower one each time. You choose, so like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1.
And basically, after each time you've chosen the amount of boxes, so let's say you choose 5 boxes, then you will get a deal of an amount of points, whether you want to accept that amount or leave it. And it will be the average of all the points that you have left. So let's say you have like 4 points left. You have like 10, 20, 30, and 40. That means the average of that is like 25 because that's like halfway between. Then you'll get probably a deal of like 25 because it's halfway between, and it's up to you whether you want to take that deal and don't be risky or be risky and carry on and try to lose the lower boxes. But if you lose the higher ones, then you'll get a lower point lower point average. So this game is all about luck and risk, really. And obviously you want to walk away with the highest amount of money possible. Well, not money, sorry, points. So yeah, that's how Deal or No Deal works. If you guys have any questions about Deal or No Deal, then put them in the comments below and I'll answer for them for you. Same for every game, but I'll just say at the end of every explanation anyway. So yeah, that is Deal or No Deal. That is the first game. So now let's see the second game, which is Quizmasters. So Quizmasters is it's the game show based off of The Chase, which is the UK's biggest game show, like most popular game show, and it's aired all across the world. So you may have heard about this one. So basically, this is Quizmasters based off of The Chase. So this is how Quizmasters works. So, oh, I forgot to say, Deal or No Deal is a one-player game. And for each game, it's a different amount of players. So for Deal or No Deal, I can say that it is one player. So sorry about that. So yeah. And then this game, Quizmasters, this is a free-player game. So, but each person will do the exact same thing first. So this is how Quizmasters works. So a person will take, they'll go in turns. So the first thing that the person has to do is they have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can that I give them. So, and also all of the questions in this game and also another game, but I'll talk about that later, are all like Minecraft based and they're not really based. They're not really just like about random stuff. They actually are about Minecraft and the community and stuff like that. So you will probably know about it more. Nearly get him, I don't know. So yeah, first they have to do is so the person has to answer as many questions as they can in 60 seconds. So yeah, alright, yeah. And then they go into the main board. So on the main board they start at a certain point with the amount of points that they got, and for each question that they got correct, it will be worth 1,000 points. So let's say they got 5 questions correct in the 60 seconds, it means that they get 5,000 points. Then with the main board, they start at the main place, and which is where their 5,000 is, and then they have to answer, I think it's, well, they have to answer a certain amount of questions, which will have 3 multiple choices to get to the end. So they have to answer. So yeah, if they start at the main point, then they will have to answer 5 questions correctly, get to the final, which are all because if you get to the end with the questions correct before getting caught after, then you go into the final. But if you're not, then you'll be out of the game. But like I said, I'll talk about it after. And so yeah, so you could go for the lower one, which means yeah, if you went for 5,000, if you went for the lower one, it would mean that you would only get 500 if you went to the end. So it's less points, but it's more likely that you'll get to the end. But if you want to be more risky, you have to answer 1 extra question, so 6 instead of 5, but your point value will times by 10, and it will go to whatever that is. So let's say you go for 5,000, it will turn into 50,000 points. But yeah, that's only if you can get to the end. So this is what I mean by get to the end without being caught. So there is a randomizer, and it is a 1 in 7 chance that nothing happens, but yeah, 1 in 7 chance that nothing happens, which is good. But if so that's if like a green concrete block comes out, because there's 2 green concrete in the dispenser and the rest is red. If you get a green concrete, nothing happens. If a red concrete comes out of the dispenser, which is more likely to happen, then one of the redstone lamps at the beginning will go on. And basically it starts if you're going for the main area where if you're starting at the main point where you just go from the amount of points that you've got, so let's say you got 5,000. If you start from there, if you get 3 questions wrong and they get 3 questions right, and if the randomizer if it gets to you with 3 things right, it means that you will be out. So if the randomizer lands on your position, then you'll be out. So you have to make sure you answer correctly as much as you can before the randomizer gets you out. So yeah, sorry that took a bit of a while to explain, but that's basically how it works. Yeah, so and those questions will be multiple choice. You can either answer A, B, or C. So yeah, and then the other 2 people will go, and then if it's one person who gets to the end, then the game will just. Alright, I'm going to be honest, I haven't worked out what the final was going to be yet, so I'm not going to make it up on the spot, but you guys will see what the final of this game show will be once that episode actually comes out. So yeah, that was the Quizmasters. I'm very sorry that it took so long to explain. But yeah, if you have any questions about that, put them in the comments below. I'm very sorry about the way I explained it. I did awful. So yeah, so Deal or No Do is more of a luck and risky based game, whereas this is based on knowledge and how much you know about Quizmasters. Anyway, let's stop talking about that. We've got 3 more games to talk about. We're already way too far into this video, and I'm so sorry. Let's not waste any more time, and let's talk about the 3rd game, which is Tenable. So Tenable is so yeah, each person will go off and another quiz-based game. You've got 10 item frames. Questions are chests of paper. There's also an anvil, so you can write down one of your answers and put it on an item frame. If it's correct, then you can keep it there, but if it's wrong, then it will be taken away. So to get through to the final, you have to answer at least 5 of them. You have to give at least 5 of the answers. But if you and then you'll get 1,000 points going through to the final. But if you want to be risky and answer some more, if you know any more, then you can ask more. But then you'll get higher, higher points for the final. So I don't know the exact values for the last 5, but I think the final one, if you get the last one correct, then you'll go through with 50,000 if you get all 10 answers correct. But yeah, so you'll get given a question which only has 10 possible answers. So for example, it could be, what are all of the items on this certain creative row? So for example, in creative mode, when you're looking at all of the items, each row has 10 items. Each row has 10 items. So one of the questions could be, for example, what are all of the 10 items on this specific row of the creative menu, for example. Or it could be like, I don't know, it really could be anything really, like name all the people who have this, but it has to be exactly 10. So yeah, that's how Tenable works. And then each person will take their turn going up and answering. Same again, I don't really know how the final is going to work with all the different player amounts, but you guys will see when that video comes out. And then yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like how Tenable works. Same again, if you have any questions about that, then you can answer. Then you can put them in the comments below, and I'll answer them for you. So yeah, that is Tenable. Quite simple, really. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's see what the 4th game is. And the 4th game is called Diamond Jewels. So Diamond Jewels is, I renamed it for this, and the proper name of the game show is called Golden Balls, but I just renamed it to Diamond Jewels to make it more like Minecraft-y, I guess, Minecraft-y. So yeah, this is Diamond Jewels, and this one is probably going to be a while for me to talk about, because I have to talk about each. So basically, in Diamond Jewels there are 4 players, so this is the only game where there are 4 players. And then the first round there are 4 players, Third round there it will go down to 3, and then the third and then the fourth. Sorry, I can't talk. First round, 4 players. Then 1 will be kicked out, and it will go down to 3 players for the second round. Then for the third round and also the fourth round, and the fourth round will be the final round, there are 2 players. So this is how Diamond Duels work. There are a certain amount of Diamond Jewels that are put in, I guess, like the dispenser at the start. There is also 1 Emerald Jewel and 4 Curse Jewels. And each player will be given all of these jewels, but they'll be given 4 each at the start. These could be cursed ones. These could be like the regular diamond ones. Or it could be the 1 emerald. So basically, all you have to know right now is if you get a cursed jewel, it's really bad. So you don't want to be given a cursed jewel, basically. But if you get an emerald jewel, that's really good. And then with the diamond ones, those are the ones that actually have the point values, and those point values are between 1 and 100,000. So those are all of the points that you could get on the diamonds. And I think there's 25 possible diamonds, but you can only get 13 in a game. No, wait. Well, 13 at the start, and then. Wait, is it 13? I don't know. No, it's 11. Oh, sorry. No, it's 11 diamond jewels with points that go into the first round, 4 curse jewels and 1 emerald, and then for the second round you get 1 extra curse and then 2 extra regular diamonds, and then the third round you get 1 extra curse. But anyway, this is how diamond jewels work. For the first round, each person will show 2 of their jewels that they have at the front. This could be the emerald, this could be curse jewels, or it could be just regular diamond jewels with the point values. It's preferable to have the high point values and also the emerald ones. It's quite bad to get the low diamond amounts, but it's the worst thing to get the cursed ones. And like I said, explain why the cursed is really bad. At their back, so they always have really good stuff, then they can say what that is, but if they have bad stuff, then they could admit to it, or they could lie. Because with the front stuff, they have to tell the truth, and it will be showing what they have at the front anyway. But then they all will discuss what they all have on the back, and they are able to lie about what they have on the back. Because if they have bad, for example, you might need to lie if you have bad jewels at the front to persuade the others to keep you in, because at the end of the first round there will be a vote to kick someone out. So yeah, the people will discuss, and they will probably be discussing on who they want to keep in, depending on 3 certain things, which are who you can trust, who has like the high diamond amounts and also the emerald, and who is bringing in the cursed jewels, because all of those are really bad. So yeah, they'll discuss who they want to bring through, and then one person will be voted out. And so not only that person will be voted out, but also the jewels, those jewels that person had will be taken out of the game. Then there'll be the second round, and it will be 3 people, and each person gets 5 jewels this time, but still 2 at the front, which everybody will see, and then they have to discuss which ones they have at the back. And same again, you might need to lie about which ones you have to persuade the others to keep you in the game, but you don't really need to persuade them if you have really good ones at the front. And then same again, they will decide who they want to kick out of the game. Then the second round, there will be 11 jewels remaining, and it will be the 10 jewels that the 2 remaining people who survived the second round brought in. So it will be the 5 jewels they had each, and then there will also be 1 cursed jewel added. Then they will be playing the third round, which is bin or win. They have to choose 5 jewels to win for the jackpot for the amount of points they win at the end, and they have to choose 6 to bin. So first they choose to bin, then win, then bin, then win, and then it goes to the end. And then the jewels that they choose will be their jackpot. So let's say you got like 5 different point value jewels, and each one has a different amount. Those amounts will be added up to that final jackpot point amount, and that amount will be what you get at the end. And this is where the cursed and the emerald jewel comes in. So with the amount of cursed jewels that you have brought in from the previous rounds, plus the one added for the third round, are important. If you get a cursed jewel before you get any regular point value jewels, nothing will happen. However, if you get a point value, so let's say you get like a point value of like of like 10,000 for one diamond, and then you get that first, for example. Then after that, you get a cursed. If that happens, if you get a cursed after a point value, it will divide the point value you got by 10. So if you had 10,000 and then you get a cursed, it will go down to 1,000. It will divide it by 10. This is what the curse jewels are very bad, because it decreases your point value for the end. But the emerald jewel is the best jewel in the game, other than the high ones, because this is where the emerald jewel comes in. If you get the emerald jewel, it will do the opposite. It will times the amount from the points that you had so far. It would times it by 10. So let's say once again you had 10,000, then you get an emerald jewel. It will times it by 10 to get you 100,000 points. So this is why the emerald jewel is really good, and why you need to take it through to the final if you can. So that's how Bin or Win works, and then we'll go into the fourth and final round, which is Split or Steal. And you may have heard this in some places before. So this is how Split or Steal works. With the jackpot that you get for the game, which you earned for the previous round. So let's say your jackpot with the two people, let's say it's just 100,000 points, for example. Basically, they will... Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, they have a choice to either split or steal. If both of them choose split, they will both win 50,000 points each. They will both win half of the jackpot each, whichever that is. So yeah, let's say it's 100,000. They would win 50,000 each. If it's like 1,000, then they win 500 points each, and so on. So yeah, that's if they both choose split. If one of them chooses split and one of them chooses steal, the person who chooses steal will win all of the points for the jackpot. So if it is 100,000, they will win 100,000 points, and the person who chose split will be going with nothing. They will win nothing. But if both people choose steal, then they will both go with nothing. So it's up to you if you want to risk it and choose steal and either lose it all or take all of it, or you could split and potentially lose it all, or get half of the points. But at the same time, the other person would get half. So it's completely up to you whether you want to risk it or get some points. So that is how split or steal works. So that is Diamond Jewels. That is how that works. Very sorry for explaining it for a long time again. But yeah, you guys will see when the actual videos for the games come out. But like I said, I'll talk about that later. Anyway, that is Diamond Jewels. And now we're going to be talking about the final game, which some of you may know, which is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So the final game of the tournament is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So this is a one-player game, just like Deal or No Deal. And this is how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire works. Probably the most simplest game out of all the 5 games, so this one may take me long to explain it all. So, the person who is in this game, because it's one person, they will be given 15 questions in a row. And if they get a question right, they will move on to the next one. If they get a question wrong, they will be kicked out. But if they decide to don't answer the question and take away the amount of points that they got, then the game will stop just like that, and they'll get the amount of points. So this is how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire works. So there are kind of 3 sets of questions: easy, medium, and hard. And alright, so this is how it works. So if you get the first question correct, you'll get 100 points. Then you'll get 200 for the second one, 300 for the third, 500 for the fourth question, and then you get 1,000 points if you get the 5th question correct. So, and every 5th question that you get right, you are guaranteed to go away with at least that amount, because it's kind of like a checkpoint, if that makes sense. So let's say in the first 5 questions you get a question wrong, you will go away with nothing because you have no checkpoint, and you will go away with no points. If you are in the medium set of questions and you get one wrong, then you will go away with 1,000 points because that's like the checkpoint for like the previous checkpoint. And then if you run the hard questions and you get a question wrong, then you will go away with 32,000 points, which is still a lot of points, but you could have got a lot more. But anyway, so yeah, so I said the amount of points for the easy questions. Then for the medium questions, if you get the sixth question correct, which is the first of the medium, you get 2,000, then 4,000, then 8,000, then 16,000, and then 32,000. Like I said, that's the checkpoint. So if you get to the 32,000, which is if you answer the 10th question correctly, then you will guarantee go away with at least 32,000. Then the hard questions. If you get the first hard question correct, which is the 11th question, you will get 64,000 points, then 125,000 points, then 250,000 points, and then 500,000 points. And then if you get all 15 questions correct, you will go away with 1 million points, which is the most amount you can get in any of the games, I think. No, actually, if you get lucky in Diamond Jewels, if you get the Emerald after the 100,000, which is at least 1 million, then you can get others. But anyway, that's quite unlikely to happen. So, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You can get some serious points if you know your Minecraft and community knowledge and stuff like that. So yeah, that's quite simple about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire works. But something else, you have 3 lifelines, which means that it will be you got like 3 different things which will help you answer questions that you are stuck on. So the 3 lifelines are, the first one is a 50-50. It means that 2 of the I forgot to say, sorry. For each of the questions, you will get 4 possible answers for each question. And like I said, each question gets harder as it goes along. So yeah, if you choose a 50-50 lifeline, then 2 of the answers shown, which are both wrong, will be taken away. Then you will be left with 1 wrong answer and the remaining right answer. So yeah, then you have like a 50-50 to choose whether you want to risk it or not, if you don't know what it is. So yeah, that's one of the lifelines. One of the other lifelines is something called a double dip. And the double dip basically means, it's a bit like 50-50, but it's a lot different. You can, so it's the same again, where it's up to you where, also, you can use multiple lifelines on the same question, except from double dip. You can only use double dip once on one question. And here's what double dip is. So, you have 4 possible answers left, because you won't have used any other lifelines. If you use double dip, first you can give 1 answer which you think could be correct. And then if it's right, then you will just move along as normal. So that's kind of a waste of a double dip. But if you get it wrong, you don't go out. But here's what happens. So if you get it wrong, then you only have 3 answers left. Then you have to choose one of the 3 remaining answers, because this is the only lifeline where you have to walk away with the amount you got after it's done. Because basically, with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, let's say you're stuck. Let's say that you are on the $1 million point question. So on the 15th question, and you don't know what it is, but you would have earned 500,000 points. And like I said, if you get it wrong, you will go away with the 32,000, which is the previous checkpoint of points. However, if you get it right, you will go on to the next question and you will win the amount for that question. So you would have won 1 million if you were on the 500,000 question. But you could, it's up to you, where if you don't want to answer and you think you'll get it wrong, then you could walk away, you could stop with the amount of points that you would got. So let's say you are on the 500,000 question, earning 1 million if you get the next one right. If you get the one you're on right, then you could walk away with 500,000 points, which means that it's a safe option. If you get it wrong, then you go down, but you could have got higher. So yeah, that's how it works. But with double dip, if you choose to do it, you cannot walk away after you do it. You have to answer, which is why you get 2 correct. So double dip is really risky. So yeah, that's what double dip is. So quite similar to 50-50, but a lot more riskier. And then the third and final lifeline is so in the original Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, there's something called phone a friend, where you get to phone one of your friends. You have 30 seconds to ask them the question and then see if they know the correct answer. But I wanted to do something similar, so this is my version, and it's called Add Friend to Call. So I'll be in a VC with the other person throughout this game, whoever that is. But one of their lifelines is to bring one of their friends, whoever they want to bring, into the VC for 30 seconds, so they can ask them the question, and then they have 30 seconds to answer. If they don't know, then it's a bit of a waste. But if they do know, then it will be good. So let's say it's a question based on Redstone. Then you could ask one of your friends who knows a lot about Redstone. You could ask that person specifically to bring them in, but you can only ask one person and for one time only, because each lifeline can only be used once, so you have to use them wisely. So yeah, that is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which is me finishing off talking about the 5 games. So those are the 5 games: Deal or No Deal, Quiz Masters, Tenable, Diamond Jewels, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So now we're going to talk about the tournament, and the information and stuff around it specifically. So first of all, going to get this out of the way. Very sorry about this part, but this tournament for each of the games requires you to use a microphone for definite, which means only people who use microphones or who are willing to use microphones just for the tournament, only those people can be in the tournament. So sadly, for example, people like the Troller or people like who else doesn't use a mic? I don't know. Other people who don't use mics, maybe Witherstorm or something like that. I don't know who uses mic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. People who don't use mics are not allowed to be in the tournament. Sadly, that is I genuinely am sorry about that, but you can't really be in these game shows if you don't really have a microphone. That's not really how it works. Anyway. So you have to have a microphone to be in the tournament. There are a few people who are already confirmed to be in the tournament, and right now I actually don't have a maximum amount of players because I'm still setting up the amount of games and the amount of players who needs to be in it. So if you want to be in it and you have a mic, you have to have a mic to be in it. Remember, then message me on PlayStation 4. My username is Monko Media, or you can, or you could comment down below. It's up to you. But please let me know if you do want to be in, because I would like a lot of people in this. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, I think that might be it. The tournament will start within the next 2 weeks. Each game will be in a video. By the way, there'll be more than one of each game. It won't be like, for example, just one Deal or No Deal game and that's it. No. There'll be more than one of each game. I don't think for each game there'll be the exact amount of games played for each one. Maybe I'll try. I'll see what I can do, but it all depends on how many people join the tournament, and I really want to get a lot of people in this. So please join. Please join me, please. Yeah. Girls cringe. Anyway, that is the game Showdown information. I did not think that this video would be nearly 35 minutes long. Very sorry about that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, then you can subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also hit the bell to get notified whenever a new video or stream is announced. If you guys have any more questions about the game Showdown, then either comment down below or message me on PlayStation 4. My username is Moncomedia, and do the same. And then either message me or comment down below if you want to be in the tournament. I really want people in this tournament. I'm really excited for it. And I think that might be everything. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.